Good morning guys, welcome to one of my videos. This time I will show you a direct comparison between the iPad mini and the Nexus 7. Okay, both are first generations from of each model, and I think that would be a fair comparison as opposed to showing you the new Nexus 7. Okay, but anyway, look, let's get down to this fairly quick. Now I've been using the Nexus 7 for quite a while. I really like it, and I think it's a good size. Okay, it's not too big, it's not too heavy, it's just the perfect size. Anyway, look, I don't want to make dirty jokes, but okay, down to the size. Oh no, okay. Down to the size. The iPad mini is slightly bigger, as you can see. If I put this on top here, it's slightly taller, or slightly taller, and the width is more. So I'm not sure whether you can see this, but I'll try my best. But okay, now okay, so the Nexus 7 is a bit thicker as well. It is shorter. It is the width. I mean, iPad mini wins. Okay, by a clear mile in terms of width, height, just the dimensions, including the weight. Okay, the weight is 308 grams for the iPad mini and 340 grams for the Nexus 7. So well, when purchasing this, you may ask yourself, okay, what about the battery? Both are non-removable batteries. It's fairly similar to its size. iPad mini having a slightly bigger battery, but in terms of usage, in terms of how long it will last you, I think it's each to its own, really. It really depends on your applications. It really depends on how you use it, the brightness, just whether you're playing games, listening to music, reading ebooks, so on and so forth. Okay. Now the CPU, the Nexus 7 has a 1.2 gigahertz quad core, and the iPad mini has got a 1 gigahertz dual core, and both has the Cortex A9. So the Nexus 7 wins in that regards. Okay, now storage, since both models don't have a slot for a SD card or a mini SD card, storage, there's no I mean, you have to buy the storage that you need. Okay, so it's either iPad, with iPad mini, it's either 16, 32 or 64 gig, or the Nexus 7, which is 8, 16 and 32 gig. Okay, so in terms of size, weight, dimensions, storage, it's pretty much you can pinpoint, okay, I want this, I want that, I want this size. No, the other product doesn't have this size. So hopefully it should be fairly clear. I mean, in terms of graphics, I think the iPad mini wins it by a little margin. I'm not sure why exactly. I think they're both the same, but I don't know. I still have to play, or I still have to view the same thing, with the same brightness and so on and so forth. Okay, now camera. They both have front-facing camera, which is the 1.2 720p. With the Nexus 7, you do have to play around with the settings. You won't get 720p with stock standard ROM or stock standard app. Like you have to play around with the settings and to make it 720p. Rear camera, Nexus 7 don't have one. iPad mini has a 5 meg rear camera, but again, you know, like, you know, you have your phone everywhere. You know, you don't really need a rear facing camera. You're not going to use this as a camera full stop. Well, I'm not planning to anyway. So connectivity, you know, Wi-Fi is pretty much standard. However, with the iPad mini, it wins again because it has LTE. Okay, Nexus 7 only has a 3G. So if LTE is your requirements, then this will be it for you. Okay, if it doesn't really matter if everywhere you go has a 3G or you can tether it from your phone, then I think the margin is smaller if you don't take account of the LTE. Now, software. With the iPad mini, you only can use or install with what Apple gives you. Okay, it's pretty much locked in as similar to the iPhone, the iPad, and so on and so forth. So you have to use on what you get basically. The Nexus 7, however, you know, it's pretty much completely 100% unadulterated flexible. Okay, so it's just very, very nice. One prime example that I can give you is if you open up an email, no matter what applications that you use, if you open up an email or open up an app, okay, if it has a hyperlink that takes you to another website, this will only take you to that website using Safari. Okay, and only Safari. It doesn't matter if you have Chrome installed. You can't change the setting. What the F, Apple? Okay, so with the Nexus 7, you can customize it in any way or just like it doesn't. You don't even have to use Chrome. You don't even have to use Firefox. You can even use another browser. Okay, and that settings can be changed whenever you want, or can be reset whenever you want. So I don't know. That's why I don't really like the iOS anymore, because of that restrictiveness. But anyway, look, if you have an iPad, an Apple product currently, then you know what I'm talking about. If you have an Android product, then most likely you will know what I'm talking about as well. So in terms of day-to-day use, we'll close this off pretty quickly. In terms of day-to-day use, like I said in the first minute or two, I think it's not only the Nexus 7, but they're both the perfect size. Okay, unless you have humongous hands that you can grab a 10-inch tablet just like that. No dirty jokes. Okay, but anyway, look, it fits my hand at least very, very nice. Okay, you know, I can easily handle or have one of these when I'm on the exercise bike or Stairmaster or whatever. Okay, now when I bought the Nexus 7, even though I already had the iPad for a long time, I very, very much rarely use the iPad again, just because the iPad weighs that much and it's that big, and the Nexus 7, the 7-inch tablet, is that light. It's only that small. So basically, what do you want to use it for? What's your requirements? Those two are the main things, but hopefully I've mentioned most of the clear differences between the iPad mini and the Nexus 7, but seriously, if you want, or if you haven't even thought about a 7-inch tablet, do so, guys. And these two are the ones that you really need to pay close attention to. Okay, the new Nexus 7 that's currently out in the market just blows both of these out of the water. Okay, just because it looks nicer, it's faster, and it's just better in everything. But the first gen of Google's 7-inch tablet and Apple's 7-inch tablet is a clear winner for everyone. Okay, and you can't go wrong with any of these, really. Okay, so thank you for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.